the whole, purpose of this video is, to, make more people, make more women aware of why the dating pool is like pissed in. It's been pissed in because we have, we have a bad quality of men. But this is the reason why we have a bad quality of men in the dating pool. Is because we've had 3 generations of bad behaving men. And that's why, it's like these men have to be accountable for, the way that they behave. And I have a video of, that I'm going to upload, y'all, that it really is, mind opening for women to listen to. It's by Charleston White, but I'll post it later. So this is what I was going to say, is that when you have, several generations, you have 1, 2, these past, I want to say 3 to 4 generations of men that they are emotionally abusive towards the women. They are mentally abusive towards women. And, so these men grow up and then they're using women, So these younger men grow up and they believe truly in their heart that that's how you are supposed to treat a woman. They truly believe deep down that you are supposed to dog women. And it's so wrong. It's so backwards. These men, and a lot of the men are sus nowadays. Y'all know what I mean, because they actually feel like, that you're being a simp, that you're doing it wrong if you treat a woman how a woman is supposed to be treated. And it's so disgusting, y'all. It's so disgusting to me. And that's another reason why, I started this channel, because I'm like, no, those men that teach other young men, you paying for dates. Oh, these, sus men. To me, only sus men would think that way. Or the Pokianas, which is what we've been is a new name for them. That they've been having other men try to have other men with the mindset of, oh, you're doing it wrong if you're paying for a woman, if you're not supposed to. Like, what? Huh? That's backwards thinking. Men are supposed to be providers. They were born with a providing part. Women are the receivers by nature, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, these young people are backwards thinking, and then they spread that like, oh, you're not supposed to. Yes, you are. You are supposed to wine and dine a lady if you want her in your life genuinely. You know what I mean? You are not supposed to take from a woman. You are not supposed to use women. If you don't like women, it's really 100% legal for you to be honest about who and what you really like, and then go live in that 100%. It's disgusting for men to be out here deceiving women, lying to women that they want to be with them and they really don't. A lot of these men out here use women just to have their children, knowing from day one that they never truly even want to be with a woman for the rest of their life. They don't. They use women because they know they can't have children with another man. So they will get with the woman to use her for her body and don't even, in their heart of hearts, don't even want a woman in real life for real. Ladies, if you can, nip it in the bud. Stop letting men live with you, before you are married. Take your time. Don't just rush into marrying somebody just to say that you're married, or just so that you can, do get married for the right reasons, basically. Like, take your time, really get to know a person for real, for some years. And when you guys see that you work, that you really work, and that it's not toxic, then and only then is when you get married, and when it makes sense financially. Because if he can't provide, why are you marrying him? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna marry no man that can't provide, and I'm definitely not gonna marry a feminine. That's another thing that I don't see a lot of people talking about, is how men will financially abuse a woman too. Because there's all kinds of abuse. There's financially abusing somebody. There's mentally and verbally abusing somebody. There's emotional abuse. There is spiritual abuse, because a lot of these men are narcissists, and they will do everything that a narcissist does. They will love bomb you in the beginning, and then they will, once they know that they got you, or then they will start to breadcrumb you, and then they will discard you, and move on to the next real fast. Point of this video is to make women aware of, a lot of these men were hurt by their mother, by their grandmother, by an aunt, or whoever raised them. Maybe they're hurt because their mother wasn't in their life at all. But so they'll purposely, a lot of times, try to make it their mission to go out in life and just hurt every single woman that comes across their path, even their own daughters. And to me, that's mentally sick, because it's like, go get some therapy, try to get your issue fixed, or at least halfway, and be able to have better relationships going forward, instead of just everywhere you go, toxic. Oh, they're toxic. Oh, that person's toxic. Oh, we don't want them around. And it's like, if you want to have better relationships with the opposite sex, it's like, take time, make it a point to go get some help. Make it a point to go get some help, because the world is a better place when we teach our children that you can have healthy relationships with women. It doesn't have to be strained. It doesn't have to be like, oh, they can't even coexist in the same room together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to have a better quality of life, it is better to show your kids that you can have loving dynamic between man and woman, because women are having way less children, than they were before. And I've noticed that there are tons of people that are in their 30s and 40s and have never had a child before. Because, these men that make it their personal mission to go out in the world and hurt women, whether it's spiritually, financially, emotionally, just make it their sole mission to damage every woman in their life, or that they get involved with, is really doing the devil's work. The reason I say that is because that's exactly what it is. That's the devil's work. When you decide in your mind to live your life out in hate, that's the devil's work. That nothing about that says God. Nothing about it. Nothing about it says that you're a good person. If you purposely go out in the world and say, I want to see women suffer financially. I want to see women suffer emotionally. I want to see every woman with a broken heart because I'm a shitty devil on the inside. That's the devil. That is Satan working in people, in men that are like that. That is Satan working in people that's saying, I hated my mom. I despise my mom. So I think all women in life are trash and I should treat them like trash. That's the devil. That's an evil spirit. That's a Judas spirit in men that behave that way. You know what I mean? You cannot convince me that, that's just that person, or they're just like, no. People are driven by spirits. Either you have a good spirit or a bad spirit. There is no in between. There is no in between when it comes to the treatment of a woman. That's why I say, ladies, don't let men come live in your house. Don't do it. Especially if you don't know how he behaves when things aren't going good for him. Don't let male friends, don't let male family, don't let, male lovers come live in your house. Don't do it. That is a mistake. If you are not married to that person, if you haven't had time to learn that person real deep and know, if they struggle with mental illness, or you just don't like a person that has an attitude problem, you know what I mean? Do not let men come live with you. Don't do it. You weaken a man when you allow him to come live with you. As far as him standing on his own 2 feet, let him live in his own place. You know what I mean? Until you guys decide, okay, I'll get married. Because a lot of times, an ungrateful man, because not all men are ungrateful, but a lot of times an ungrateful man will get used to you and take advantage of you, and that's the worst thing, is he won't appreciate you the way he would if you made boundaries and didn't allow him to just come stay with you, and things like that. So men want to earn everything with you. They want to earn, their spot in your life. They want to earn, your hand in marriage. They want to earn being able to even spend time with you. So if you're always giving him everything without him being able to earn it, he'll definitely be ungrateful for it. Overall, men have to have seen and experienced a healthy and loving relationship between a man and a woman to know how to pass that down to their own sons and to their own grandsons. I can't even see without these. So, ladies, it also, excuse me, it's also not our job. It's not our job to fix men that we feel, oh, he's broken, he just needs a little fixing and he'll be okay if I... No, you're not a therapist. Even if you are, you send him to his own therapist and you have him come back when he's fixed, because ladies, that is not your job. You do not need to take on the role of fixing a man. If a man is too broken, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let him go, get his help. And then when he learns how to be a better man, then let him come back. But, you can't change a grown man. You usually can't help a man that's already set in his ways. You can't make somebody be the ideal man that you want him to be. Men are usually past, once they're 18, 19, 20, 21, they are who they are going to be for the rest of their life. Unless he himself feels that he wants a change, that he wants to behave better as a man, that he wants, better outcomes in life from, different relationships. If he recognizes on his own and says, yeah, something's wrong here, I want to go fix it, I do want to be better, that is a man to keep. That is a man that's worth, sticking with. But if a man is stuck in his way and say, oh no, it's everybody else, it's nothing wrong with me, and everybody around is telling that man something is wrong, you need help, and he refuses, something is deeply wrong. And it's not worth staying around for that type of person that never sees his own part in all the wrong. As always, ladies, make sure you like, comment, share these videos with more women so that, we can get better men in this world. So that, we can have a better quality of men as well as relationships between men and women nowadays. I thank you for listening. I appreciate your time. I love you all, and I will see you on the next video.